In the restless belly of Lagos, where the Atlantic breeze carried salt and diesel fumes, Asha first encountered Chidi amid the thunder of 2012 protests. Fuel subsidy removal had turned streets into battlegrounds. Tear gas hung like angry clouds. Asha, 25, Yoruba-born in Sorolor, had closed her small tailoring stall to march. She wore a wrapper tied tight, voice hoarse from shouting, "Enough is enough." Chidi, an Igbo engineer from Enugu, stood distributing bottled water to sweating protesters. Their hands brushed when he passed her a bottle. Eyes met. Something ancient stirred, like rivers remembering their source. Asha's life had been carved by hardship. Orphaned at 12, raised by an aunt who taught her needlework between market runs, she learned early that beauty and survival often clashed. Men saw her curves and quick tongue as invitations. She saw them as distractions from her dream of owning a fashion house that celebrated African print with modern cuts. Chidi carried quieter scars. His father died and the Civil War echoes. Remittances to Enugu kept siblings fed and schooled. He built things, bridges, houses, futures, because destruction had already taken too much. They courted in stolen moments. Under the shadow of Third Mainland Bridge at twilight, sharing suya wrapped in newspaper, laughter mingling with car horns. Chidi spoke of Biafran ghosts that still whispered in his mother's prayers. Asha confessed a broken engagement to a man who traded her for a richer bride. "Love is warfare," she said, eyes fierce. He replied, "Then let us fight together." By 2014, they married in a modest mosque ceremony blending customs, kola nuts beside Quranic recitations, Yoruba drummers and Igbo masquerade echoes. Friends teased, Nigeria's own unity project. Their Yuba apartment was small 2 rooms, zinc roof that sang during rain, but love made it palace. Asha's shop, A Dire Dreams, grew. She dyed fabrics in indigo pits borrowed from Abeokuta relatives, blending traditional patterns with contemporary silhouettes. Young professionals sought her out. Word spread. Chidi advanced to site manager at Apex Constructions, supervising high-rises that scraped Lagos sky. His hands bore calluses from rebar and concrete, but every evening he came home smelling of cement dust and promise. They saved fiercely. A plot in Ikorodu waited land where they would plant maize, raise chickens, build a house with space for grandchildren. Ngozi arrived in 2015, dark-eyed and demanding like her mother. Emeka followed in 2017, mischievous, always tinkering with toy cars like his father. Weekends meant tarkobe, pounded yam, egusi soup, children chasing waves while parents held hands, watching sun melt into sea. Chidi told Igbo folktales of clever tortoise. Esha countered with Yoruba proverbs about patience and iroko trees. Yet Nigeria's underbelly never slept. Fuel queues stretched for days. Construction sites cut corners. Chidi argued for safety gear, earning glares from supervisors. Asha worried aloud each morning. "Come back to us," she whispered, packing his lunch of jollof and plantain. He kissed her forehead. "Always my queen. Alan ancestors guard me." March 2020 dawned ordinary. COVID whispers had begun, but work pressed on. Chidi wore his khaki, kissed Ngozi's homework, ruffled Emeka's hair, embraced Uche longer than usual. "I'll bring chin-chin tonight," he promised. She watched him disappear into the Danfo swarm, heart tight with unnamed dread. Sunset arrived. Then night. Phone silent. Friends arrived with worried faces. The day he never came home again had quietly begun its long, merciless unfolding. Before the rupture, Aisha and Chidi's life was a deliberate tapestry against Nigeria's chaos. In Lagos markets, noise never ceased, hawkers crying pure water. Okadas weaving through traffic like dragonflies. Asha's Adir Dreams stood out, a narrow shop with bright bolts of cloth, indigo scent heavy in air. Apprentices, 3 girls from Agege slums, learned stitches and self-respect. "We are not just seamstresses," Aisha told them. "We are storytellers in fabric." Orders arrived for society weddings, corporate events. She infused Ankara with asymmetrical cuts, turning tradition modern. Customers left smiling, carrying pieces of pride. Chidi's world was steel and sweat. Apex sites rose across Lagos, malls in Ikea, flyovers bridging lagoons. He fought for quality, better cement mix, proper scaffolding often alone. Once he led a strike for helmets after a junior fell. Management called him troublemaker. Workers called him brother. Salary fed dreams. Land title in Ikorodu, solar panels, a second child perhaps? We build so our children inherit more than struggle, he told Aisha late at night, bodies entwined on thin mattress. Family anchored them. Ngozi read voraciously, wanted to be a doctor to heal people like daddy builds things. Emeka collected bottle caps, made machines that never worked but filled house with laughter. Sundays blended faiths, mosque for Aisha, church for Chidi, then shared meals of amala and yudu, or fufu and vegetable soup. Neighbors envied their harmony in a city fractured by tribe and creed. Cracks appeared quietly. 2016 recession bit hard. Chidi's overtime increased. Pay delayed. Asha's shop suffered from cheap Chinese imports. Arguments flared over money, send more to Enugu or expand shop. One rainy night, floodwater entered, soaking everything. They sat on bed, children asleep between, holding hands. We always rebuild, Chidi said. She nodded, hiding tears. They hustled Nigerian style. Asha joined thrift cooperative, pooling for loans. Chidi fixed generators evenings for extra cash. Faith intertwined. Aisha recited surahs for protection. Chidi attended deliverance services. Friends called them the unbreakable pair. 2020 arrived with plague. Lockdown crippled business. Asha pivoted, sewed face masks, sold hand sanitizers. Machines hummed day and night. Chidi's sites reopened under protocols nobody enforced. Be careful, she begged daily. He smiled. God is sufficient. They dreamed still. Ngozi in university, Emeka in engineering school, a bigger house. Vacations to Obudu. Love remained their quiet rebellion against a nation that demanded too much. Yet threads frayed invisibly. Each goodbye carried heavier weight. Asha began praying longer, asking protection she could not name. One morning Chidi left as always, khaki-pressed, lunch-packed, promise on lips. Asha watched until Danfo swallowed him. She opened shop, stitched through anxiety. Afternoon passed. Evening fell, Kelsen's word. Neighbors gathered. Fear crystallized. The day he never came home again had already woven its final, cruel pattern into their lives, turning hope into haunting memory. Dawn broke humid over Yaba. Generators coughed to life. Muezzin call floated above traffic roar. Asha stirred palm oil stew on kerosene stove, aroma mingling with damp concrete. Chidi sat sipping Lipton, scrolling headlines. Bandits in Zamfara, another bridge collapse. Same old Nigeria, he muttered, half smiling. Ngozi packed books. Emeka begged for one more story. Tonight, Lion, Chidi said, ruffling curls. Asha felt tightness in chest. Blamed indigestion. Harmattan dust painted sun orange. Take BRT today, she urged. Apapa Oshodi Road notorious. Chidi shook head. Site manager must arrive first. He hugged her. Scent of engine oil and Irish Spring lingering. Allah protect you, she whispered. He kissed forehead. And keep you. Neighborhood woke. Women balancing buckets, men haggling fares. Chidi bought a Kara from Mama Ngozi, waved. Mind already on site flyover project delayed by rain, subcontractors using substandard beams. He pushed for inspections, made enemies. Integrity costs, colleagues joked. He believed it worth price. Aisha opened shop. Apprentices gossiped Babe Naya. She sewed bridal asso oak, mind drifting to Chidi. Noon heat pressed. Text sent, lunch waiting. No reply, network glitch common. Children returned, Ngozi proud of math score, Emeka limping from playground fall. Asha bandaged knee, prepared rice and stew, Chidi's favorite. Dusk crept. Worry sharpened. Calls rang unanswered. Neighbors offered theories. Traffic, phone dead, meeting. Asha paced balcony, reciting Ayatul Kursi. Power cut plunged compound dark. Generators roared. She lit candles, fed children, pretended calm. By 9, panic bloomed. Bundled kids. Hailed cake to site office empty. Manager unreachable. Police station. Shrugs. File report tomorrow. Many missing. Night thickened. Asha sat vigil, phone clutched. Memories assaulted. First kiss under bridge, wedding dance, Ngozi's birth cry, Emeka's first steps. She whispered prayers, bargains with God. Bring him home. I'll fast extra, give more sadaka. Silence answered dot around midnight knock. Emeka, colleague, not son, stood ashen. Sister. Voice broke. Flyover scaffold collapsed, faulty support. Chidi inspecting beneath. Crushed instantly. No suffering, they said. Asha collapsed. Sobs tore air. Children woke confused. Neighbors poured in, wailing, Inalilahi warehi orajian. Dawn arrived cruel. Morgue trip, cold drawer, broken body. Face peaceful, almost sleeping. Aisha touched cheek, felt nothing. Bureaucracy followed, reports, bribes, autopsy demands. Family converged, Enugu relatives accusing neglect, Yoruba kin defending. Tension simmered beneath grief. Funeral arrangements clashed, Islamic burial in Lagos versus Igbo ancestral rites. Compromise reached Lagos first, memorial later. House filled mourners, food, incense. Asha moved mechanically, strength facade. Inside, world collapsed. The day he never came home again had stretched into eternity, leaving only echoes of footsteps that would never return. News landed like thunderclap. Scaffold collapse claimed 5. Chidi gone instantly. Aisha's scream woke compound. Neighbors carried her inside. Children clung, terrified. Night blurred, morgue, police, family arguments. Inalilahi chants mixed with sobs. Asha stared at wall, numb. Dawn brought reality. Chidi's body released after bribes. Burial rushed, Islamic rite, white shroud, simple grave in aged cemetery. Mourners overflowed. Women cooked mountains. Jollof, mama, amala. Men sat outside discussing negligence. Asha barely spoke. Strength she once wore like armor cracked. Media picked story, Lagos flyover tragedy. Protests erupted, workers demanding justice. Asha joined one rally, voice raw, my husband died for greed. Crowd cheered. Firm blamed human error, offered token compensation. Lawyer said fight possible, but courts slow. Nigeria's justice moved like tired Dan FO. House became shrine of absence. Chidi's boots by door, tools in corner, half-read newspaper. Asha slept on his side, inhaling fading scent. Dreams tormented, him calling then vanishing. She woke gasping. Faith wavered. Why, Allah? She whispered. No answer came. Relatives pressed. Chidi's mother wanted insurance payout, tradition. Asha refused, citing children's future. Tensions flared, ethnic whispers beneath condolences. Suitors appeared early. Your young need provider. Asha turned away. My heart buried with him. Business suffered. Customers sensed distraction, stopped coming. Apprentices drifted to steadier jobs. Bills mounted. Rent, school fees, medicals. Neighbors helped with food, but pity stung. Asha joined widows group at local mosque, women sharing stories of sudden loss, slow erosion. We rise, leader said. Aisha listened, silent. Kids changed. Ngozi withdrew, grades slipping. Emeka angry, fighting at school. Asha held family together by threads. Morning prayers, evening stories, forced smiles. Night's worst. Alone, she cried until exhausted. Photos scrolled, wedding day, beach trips, hospital births. Each frame stabbed. 1 year passed. Anniversary arrived. Aisha visited grave, placed flowers, whispered updates. Ngozi reading big books. Emeka wants to build like you. Tears fell on sand. Protests yielded, small reform, safety audits promised. Firm paid slightly more. Not justice, but something. Asha spoke at another rally. My husband's name was Chidi. He was good. He deserved life. Crowd quieted. Cameras flashed. Media called her widow warrior. Privately, grief ruled. Anniversaries gutted. Empty bed cold. Voicemails saved. Hey love, traffic bad. Home soon. She replayed until battery died. In Nigeria's unforgiving niches, she joined invisible army widows rebuilding from rubble. Strength pathetic yet persistent. Love stolen by steel and greed. The day he never came home again marked permanent scar, reminder that even strongest hearts could break forever. Months dissolved into haze. Aisha's eyes dulled. Dark circles framed once bright gaze. Apartment echoed. Chitty's chair empty. She sold tools each hammer, wrench felt betrayal. Neighbors whispered, strong woman but broken inside. Society turned predatory. Landlord hinted eviction. In-laws claimed assets. Aisha fought in courts clogged with files, lawyer pro bono activist. You're warrior, he said. She nodded, hiding despair. Kids struggled. Ngozi silent, a Mecca wedding bed. Therapy unaffordable, mental health taboo. Shop lint. Aisha sewed through tears. Fabrics blurring. Online pivot via WhatsApp helped marginally. Data costs ate profit. Widows group became lifeline, sharing food, advice, tears. Grief is ocean, one said. Some days you drown, some you float. Nights endless. Power cuts amplified loneliness. She scrolled photos, sobbed, dreams, Chidi alive, then fading. Faith anchored, Quran verses on patience. Anger simmered at firm God, herself. I should have stopped him. Pressure mounted. Remarry. Suitors arrived, widowers, traders promising stability. One persistent, kind but not Chidi. Temptation flickered security for children. Loyalty won. My heart lies with him. Ngozi channeled grief into studies, vowed safer engineering. Emeka drew Daddy in Heaven pictures. Aisha enrolled free community programs masking own unraveling. She hawked designs door to door, pride swallowed. 1 year mark. Rally speech viral. Widow warrior trended. Awards came, small grants, recognition. Privately, pathos reigned. Anniversaries brought collapse. Grave visits ritual. Updates, tears, resolve. Business revived slowly. Cooperative loan bought new machine. Apprentices returned. Designs honored Chidi bridge patterns symbolizing connection. Sales grew via Instagram. Diaspora Nigerians ordered, sent encouragement. Kids adapted unevenly. Ngozi top class. Emeka played football fiercely. Aisha saved for education, joined a Susu. Family reconciled, Chidi's mother visited, bonds mended over Agusi. Grief evolved, not gone, integrated. Strength pathetic yet real. Enduring, scarred. Nigeria's widows' new loss reshaped, never restored. Aisha carried weight quietly, teaching children love outlasted death. The day he never came home again became cornerstone foundation of new, harder life. She rose each morning, whispered for you, and continued. Not whole. Never whole. But moving forward, one painful stitch at time. 2 years later, Aisha emerged, transformed, tender, tougher. A dire dreams became cooperative. Widows sewing, healing through craft. Designs celebrated Chidi bridges, rivers, unity symbols. Instagram sales boomed. Diaspora orders arrived weekly. From pain comes beauty, she told apprentices, voice steady. Ngozi, 10 excelled science prizes, dreams of engineering safer structures. Emeka, 8, channeled energy into football, aiming for Super Eagles. Aisha saved relentlessly. Isuzu contributions, small investments. University funds grew slowly. Advocacy became calling. NGO founded, workplace safety awareness. Rallies, workshops, school talks. Speeches powerful. My husband died because corners cut. No more. Media amplified interviews, awards, widow warrior stuck. Yet success bittersweet, no prize replaced empty chair. Romance cautious. Dates with teacher kind, patient. Shadows lingered. Chidi was my once, she told Mirror. Solitude companion now. Independent strength. Heart guarded, not closed. Nigeria shifted around her, economic flickers, political noise. Personal world steadier. Anniversaries still hurt. Grave visits ritual. We're okay, she whispered. Ngozi wants your brains. Emeka your hands. Shop expanded. Training program for orphans. Profits funded scholarships. Community noticed respect replaced pity. Neighbors sought advice. How do you stand? Aisha answered, I don't. I walk one step then another. Faith deepened. Prayers longer, gratitude mixed with grief. Quran verses comfort. patience rewarded. Mas Group evolved support network, family. Children thrived. Ngozi presented project on bridge safety dedicated to father. Emeka scored goal, look skyward. Aisha watched, tears proud. Legacy lived. One evening, sunset over lagoon, she sat with children. Waves spoke. Your father loved fiercely, she said. We honor by living fully. Ngozi hugged. Emeka nodded solemnly. The day he never came home again redefined everything. From wife to warrior, grief to grit, pathos remained eternal scar. Yet embers glowed. Hope, purpose, love enduring beyond grave. In Nigeria's resilient niches, Ashe embodied truth. Shattered. Hearts men with visible cracks, telling stories of survival, strength, and quiet, unbreakable love. She carried his memory forward, not burden, but light.